hard to see. Cavallini dropping inside his own half of midfield. Some credit to Sporting Kansas City as well. They're in action today at home to Houston. Does well to pick up Felcher, who supports. Left-footed ball, back post, Pavone over the...
Pavone with lots of space on this left-hand side, and he's lethal from there. It's a good ball in from Felcher.
And the video sessions in the coming week, with Colorado looming for the Whitecaps at BC Place next week. The Galaxy will travel to Inter Miami for the first game there in Fort Lauderdale. 24 years of age. His youth was spent at Talleres, which is in his neighborhood of Cordoba, Argentina. Adnan for Ricketts. Great voice here. Feels like a home opener.
It sounds as if that's really what went on inside the LA Galaxy locker room.
A question mark for this game, so let's keep an eye on that. Jonathan Dos Santos, who's wearing the armband.
Community, though, Mexico's all-time leading goal scorer, playing at the top level.
He is so revered by Mexicans living around the world. Throwing for the Whitecaps. Felcher in support. Ball lifted in, but Kamiri will head it straight to Ali Adnan. Jordan Harvey and David Morris on the all-time list for first-team starts. There's only one David Morris, as Ali Adnan, just about halfway through this first half. Guns that
selected to shoot that looked like Dahomey had space on the right side, but he needs to get himself involved in this game here. But he also needs to get the ball from his team. So
Adnan. This ball to Milinkovic. Lost possession. Will it be Inbaum? Will it be Adnan? This time it's Inbaum. It's flicked by Rose off the bar by Chicharito. Cavallini plays it on, but that's not going to be this month. Eric Godoy will feature. And then you wonder where Ranko Veselinovic will play. Mark off here to Insua. Back post and straight up in the air for Ali Adnan. I don't think that was necessary. And a cheaply given away corner by the Iraqi international.
In the passive offside rule is Bikel.
He felt he might have stopped a little prematurely. That turned out to be the Kinda goal. Care taken in protocol. And this is concern.
Well, there has been talk, but there's always that balance as well. You don't want to dive in and get picked apart with too many.
Milinkovic comes short. It's a little ball played into a nice area for Ali Adnan. Driven in ball, and Felcher got a piece of it.
Felcher was coming for the Galaxy, but Bikel's settled nicely. We haven't seen Pavone in the last few minutes here really attack down that.
In the build-up to the season, they were definitely in harmony. Rose steps in and to
a deep offensive corner here for the Whitecaps, and they're in no rush. Adnan will take this from the left back position. We haven't seen a lot from Adnan. He had a decent crossing opportunity just a few minutes ago, but they'll rely on Ali Adnan to join that attack down that left side.
The whole man. Ricketts. Adnan. Back post and over the head of Lucas Cavallini.
Cavallini applauds that, although the quality on that service was really begging.
Carson, California. MLS on Saturday is now wall-to-wall action. So many games to talk about. Kelsey Braid and Christian Jack will analyze. You're watching the Whitecaps and Galaxy MLS on
also. A lot of good games, a lot of goals being scored, and a lot of good storylines around MLS Festival. An eventful Saturday in Major League Soccer. Are we in for an eventful
Mexican-American community? Transplants that really make Los Angeles. Santos does have, with depleted roster, Jordi Reyna ill and stayed back in Vancouver, and then Jake Nerwinski with the leg problem to his hamstring yesterday, is that there isn't an awful lot on the bench to affect change if they need it.
No, Freddie Montero is the player who came on in the last game, and he did really well as a super sub in the last few games of last year. is a presence as a center forward there, much more so than Jordy Reyna in the air.
Definitely looks as though he's brought a steadying influence to the back line as expected. Katai takes it away from Adnan, and the Whitecap skipper will play it into Ali Adnan. Early ball for Milinkovic. Milinkovic will play it back to Ali Adnan. Depew watching closely, and a good tackle by Depew. But there's the combination we saw a lot of in the preseason between Adnan and Milinkovic.
This time Adnan taking an underlap position as he goes inside. Well timed from the center back outside the 18 box, and needing to be a little careful up against Adnan. Times his tackle really well.
Offside. 52nd minute. Big Nick Depew, you alluded to his Ottawa time. He's an Irvine, California boy. Lots of UC Santa Barbara grads in this Galaxy roster. Rose for Adnan. Milinkovic with a little nudge in the back, but that's over the head of Ali Adnan. Ali Adnan trying to navigate his way past two 99th Major League Soccer regular season start. A little bit of time overseas too.
From a very wide area, and Crepeau able to read that with lots of time. 165 MLS games amongst Leggett, Question, and Perry Kitchen. So a lot
of what happened there. Rarely do you see him going down. Just before that, it sure looked like the Whitecaps had the throw in, but it was called the other way. Just scanning through the Whitecaps' potential substitution area. It's off of Crepeau's hands. It's Felcher in the danger area. And it was Tybert who came back on and got a leg in at the edge of the 6-yard box. Ricketts down for Ali Adnan. And then neatly in the City of Angels. We'll have the LAFC.
Chirito just not looking comfortable on the ball. Sorry. Awkward and uncomfortable in a Galaxy uniform so far.
Tybert plays it through. Leggett from the byline, and away it goes from Ali Adnan. Felcher, LA Galaxy
touchline.
Well, it's not quite there yet. You could see it, and we've seen it a few times here where attacks have broken down and players have tried to do things on their own. But you have to wonder over time whether they'll figure things out. As again, that hit the crossbar. Back post ball, up goes
City, and he's made some really almost amateur errors here tonight. Good attack from the Whitecaps and a wasted ball in the end.
The final product has not been there, but now here comes Ali Adnan into the penalty area. He's got room. It's back to Ricketts. It's 1-0 to St. Ricketts. Has buried it in minute 70.
So much more important to start the year here away from home. And it's so well finished after the great play down the left side from Ali Adnan. Chips it over the defender there. Eyes up Ricketts in a good spot to just side-foot it home. And Ricketts does the rest with a really calm, well-placed side-footer just inside the far post. You see what it means to Ricketts and the rest of the Whitecaps. 15 minutes here left to play, plus stoppage time. Still lots of work to do for the men in blue, but terrific goal after they've really come into their own here since the substitution, bringing Rapona.
Joe Corona has been in the book, and he's sent off, and the LA Galaxy are down to 10 men.
It's gone from bad to worse for the LA Galaxy here. It's just,
and Joe Corona has been sent off. It's taking an age for Russell Tybert to get treatment. It's the second time in this, but I wonder if Russell Tybert will continue here.
The situation, having not played himself for some time.
How hard the team in blue works to see this game home, as back it goes to Crepeau. A couple of storylines on this back line, and that includes Adnan, who's very into Rose. The Whitecaps playing keep away. Adnan looking for Milinkovic, but do they have the gumption to see this off? It's Ali Adnan exchanging balls with Inbaum. Give and go. This is the area that caused the problems on the first goal, over the head of Cavallini.
To try the Penanka, even in the biggest of circumstance. Kicks out a quick right foot there to block the ball that's going centrally. Neither enough power and certainly not enough accuracy. As Ricketts finally does make his way off, he is just given absolutely.
Their new big money man, their off-season signing, will have to toss and turn over that one.